Royal Arena TV, die nächste. Das mal mit einem jungen Mann aus New York. Bishop Nehru.
Hey,
19 and a superstar. Right?
I guess that's fitting. I don't wanna
No.
I don't wanna overdo it for myself.
No, like it's like you're not even half my age. I'm sitting here. I'm a lazy ass free time TV host, and you are the guy who released an album with MF Doom. How does such a young kid get to such opportunities?
Um, I guess it was just I started working really young. Like I've been making music since I was like 13. Started in like middle school, so I just been working since very young and trying very hard to make quality music. More importantly, than you know what I mean, having a lot of music or a higher quantity. I just wanted to put out the best quality. But I feel like now I'm at the point where I could put out, you know what I mean, a lot of work and it still be quality because I'm actually mastering the craft right now, and I feel like that's something that I've always strived to do, to master the craft and get really, really comfortable with it. And I feel like that's what was really, you know what I mean, helping me get everything that I wanted, just being comfortable with myself.
Where do you take your inspiration from? It's so impressive what you're doing. Like, you sound so adult in what you're doing. Like, how does that come?
Um, Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I mean, teachers always said that, you know what I mean, I was a little smarter than the other kids because I used to like talk, and after I was done with my work, I used to get in trouble because I used to like get up and walk around. Like I have ADHD, so I can't sit in like a spot for too long. So when I used to be in school, I would finish my work and just talk to other kids and move around. And they used to be like, "Yo, you can't take away from other kids' learning process because you're finished. Like, you gotta like give other people a chance to learn." So maybe it's just I learned fast, or you know, I read a lot, or but I was always into English and literature, so I know that definitely has something to do with it.
Um, even your name sounds or tells how interested you are in how various the topics you're interested in are. Like
Yeah.
the bishop part is pretty obviously taken from Tupac's character in Juice, right?
Yeah, it's that, and I mean, every year that I grow older, I figure out and unlock a different meaning for the name, which is pretty strange. Like, I also took it as now, like recently, I've been thinking like on a chessboard, a bishop can only go diagonally up and diagonally down, and in life, that's all that happens. You go up and down through highs and lows of life. So it's just a bunch of different things that start to come to my mind as I age, and you know, just different perspective. So yes, it's the Tupac thing, and it was also, you know what I mean, around 16, I was thinking like a spiritual advisor, like a priest or a bishop in that sense. You know what I mean? So
And the second part, the Nehru part.
that's from the first prime minister of India. I was pretty much learning about him in school one day, and I took it from there. You know what I mean?
Do
Pretty
you,
much the same way Tupac did with like Machiavelli. So
do you think many of your classmates remembered that name after the actual
Bishop?
no, the Nehru part? Like you said you learned or
Oh
heard
no, I
about
don't
it in
know if
school.
many other kids actually were paying attention or interested in that dude. To be honest, we did. It wasn't like that's kind of why I picked it, because it wasn't like we were talking about him for a very long time. It was just brief. You know what I mean? We went through it and that was it. But we were really talking about Gandhi, and they mentioned him as the dude that Gandhi gave the job to because he didn't want to be the prime minister. So I was like, oh, that's cool. And then after that, I kind of started looking into it a little bit myself, saw that some of the views we have is similar, and I took it from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Um, Growing up, I think, like at your age, most of your classmates must have been in OJ the Juiceman and
Yeah.
Trinidad James
Not really.
Not really.
A little bit. Not really Trinidad James or like OJ the Juiceman, but I got like Waka Flocka, Gucci Mane, Thugger, Chief Keef, Lil Herb, all those dudes, you know. Those are people that we listen to, you know what I mean?
But you, on your side, you're also into Herbie Hancock.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I used to be the downer in the car. Like, when the people have the aux cord or whatever, they used to be playing like Soulja Boy's track, Lil B.
Yeah.
Like, I was into it too. Like, I would be the one playing the Lil B. Let's not get it confused. But it was like sometimes I want to change the music, try to change people's perspective, and I throw on Wu-Tang or Nas or something like that. And it would just catch them off guard. They'd be like, "Oh, this guy always wants to play something to change the mood, like change some, you know what I mean, something more slower or something quote unquote intricate or advanced." You know what I mean? So I kind of always had my own music taste, but now my friends are actually starting to appreciate that type of music more. So I was kind of forcing it on them back then. I guess they kind of like look at it for themselves now. So
that sounds really mature.
Yeah.
And you're an influencer, right?
I mean, I think so. I won't toot my own horn or anything, but I think so, yeah.
One of my big heroes, like growing up, was this guy Seb Love X, KMD, later known as MF Doom. And as I just said, like you at probably age 17 then, 16 even, recorded an album with him. How was that experience?
It was a very good learning process. I learned a lot about pretty much doing what I want with music, and also trusting my instincts. You know what I mean? Especially when creating, just to be more spontaneous and intuitive. Doom definitely helped me with that because I used to think a lot about things that I was doing and overthink what I was doing. So he kind of showed me to just relax and just do what you do, you know? It's kind of, when you overthink it, it's a lot going on in your head. It's kind of harder to do when you're thinking about it than to just do it, you know? So.
Alright. So now you're 19, several EPs and albums in. What's yet to come?
I mean, I'm working on. I just work on a lot of music, to be honest. I'm working on another project right now, which could end up being the debut project. I probably not already have what I want to be the debut project, the debut. So, pretty much probably just more mixtapes. I just like putting out music, to be honest. So more mixtapes, album, and then we'll see what happens from there. Probably more touring and shows.
That's good. That's good. So I heard that you're quite interested in other aspects of hip hop, not just the music part. And how do you like our festival on that behalf?
It's been dope so far. It's not really a lot of festivals I've been to that appreciate all the aspects of hip hop, the DJing, production, the rapping, the graffiti, breakdancing. Did I say dancing twice? I feel like I said dancing twice, but
no worries about that.
But
Dancing
yeah.
deserves to be mentioned.
Yeah, so there's not really many, concerts like that you could go to in the States and just really experience the culture of hip hop. I mean, when I was in Japan, it was like that, but it wasn't a concert. It was just like all in the streets. So seeing this in a festival is awesome.
It's cool. It's a pleasure.
So pleasure's mine.
It was really a pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Royal Arena TV mit dem Bishop Nehru hat Spaß gemacht. Bleibt dran, es kommt mehr.